Hello, my crafty friends. Today we're going to be using this die set. It's by, I think, Tim Holtz. I don't know, maybe Sizzix. Anyways, it is Tim Holtz. Thought we'd make a quick card. I did some pre-die cutting, so I've got all my pieces cut out today. I thought we would make a quick card. I hope all of you are doing well. I am doing great today. Hopefully this video turns out better than my last one that only had half of it on there. We'll find out. So, before we start this, we need to make a card base. I like to use these because they're already pre-done. And I know they're only 65 pounds, but by the time you add cardstock to the back and everything, it works out just fine. And I've already pre-folded my card. So this is 8 by 5.5, and then you score it at the 4 1/4 mark. And as you can see, I've already put my stamp on it. And let's cut this. We're going to cut this to 4 by 5 1/4. That's trash. And then, so that's that. And then we're going to put a backing. And this is navy blue. And this is going to be 4 1/4 by 5.5. And you want to keep your scraps. So then it will be like this, maybe 1/4 inch off. Let's see. Let's do, yeah, that's about right. All right. Then we're going to glue this down and let that dry. I like to use Elmer's glue because that's what I buy for my girls for school. So when they have school projects at home, I find that the clear Elmer's glue, the school glue, works just fine for what we need. And I found that none of my cards have come apart. So, there we go. So that's that. And I have picked out a sentiment, and it says, "Sending happy thoughts." I thought it'd be cute. Let's go ahead and stamp that down. And if you're wondering what I use, I use Tuxedo Memento black. Okay, that's done. Alcohol. Write that down. There we go. All right. Next. All right, now we're gonna let that set for a while. Now we're gonna work on our flower. So this is going to go here, I think. Let's see. There it is. So if you figure out where the alignment is, you can align everything. And that's how it's supposed to go. All right, glue. I don't know about y'all, but I have a very small craft space. It's in a corner in the sunroom. So I have to keep everything pretty neat and tidy in order to craft. And again, just lining these up right. There we go. Of these. All right. Then we have this piece, which goes somehow. Let's see. I'm pretty sure these line up with the holes. Yep. That's exactly how it's supposed to go. There we go. Apparently, I have got some areas where it didn't quite quite line up right. There we go. All right. So I believe somewhere around in here they line up. This way. Exactly how it's supposed to go. All right. Let's glue it down. Gluing, gluing, gluing. Do, 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 do. So, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes lining things up can be a little frustrating. There you go. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Move this down. And I have found that Elmer's glue does not leave any residue that you have to worry about after you've glued it. And it's just easier to clean off things too as well, I think, at least. At least that's what I have found. I wouldn't know. I haven't tried a lot of other glues, but I have found it's the most affordable. And when you live on a budget, you buy what you can afford. And that's what that looks like. Kind of pretty. And then we put the center in. All right. Now, while that's drying, we are going to cut this leaf apart. There we go. This is trash. Okay. Now, am going to kind of put this off the page and up. I'm going to do some blush pink. This is from Michael's. I like their ink. I found it works very well. I'm just putting a very light coat. Just so you can see a little bit of color. All right, I think that's good. And then we're going to place it right here. And I think this one will come here. Maybe here. And then these leaves. Maybe over here. And I like to mark with my pencil where things are going to go, so that when I glue them back down, I don't have to put my flower back on to figure it out. Right, and then here, here. And then we are going to place our flower right here. All right. There we go. You see a little bit of the pink, but not a lot of it. All right, now bring back in our thing. I'm going to cut this. There we go. There we go. And then cut that little bit off. Yeah. So you can see a little bit of the blush coming through. Yeah. Probably shows up better. Well, it doesn't really show up on camera as well, but I can see it. It's very light. Now we are going to put it on our card base. And let's tape it down this time. So let's see. And let's see what we can do. Go. And then one going down the middle. There we go. All right. We're going to center this on our card base. And there we go. That is our finished card. If you enjoyed this and liked it, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.